Plaintiff Laura Borden says the defendant is her sister, but after Laura tried to save her from a life of stripping, she repaid Laura by trying to get her fired. Laura claims after her son passed away, the defendant started harassing her and left her rude and racist voicemails, which she has in court. So she's suing for emotional distress. Defendant Rebecca Brawl says Laura is a cocaine-addicted alcoholic, and she insists Laura didn't even raise her son, who passed away. Their mother did. Rebecca claims Laura has always been jealous of her good looks, and she's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Okay, this is my sister, Rebecca. She acts like she hates me. She tries to manipulate everyone, including my mother. Becky and I, we had a good relationship up until 2006. 2006, Rebecca and her husband separated. She showed up at my house drunk. She had a purse full of dollar bills. She'd been stripping at the local bar. And I told Becky she couldn't do that. She had 3 children. I offered her to move into a home I had. I gave her a car to use. I paid her all her bills. And after a few weeks, I found her a job. She refused to take that job. And I told her if she didn't take the job, and she'd have to pay me rent or she'd move out. She chose to move out of the home. But when she moved out, she called the corporate office where I worked and tried to tell them that I was a drug dealer and get me fired from my job.
What year was that?
That was approximately 2006. Mm-hmm. But since that incident, Rebecca and I have not talked until November of 2013. I lost my son. Mm-hmm. At the time my son died, my son, his ex-wife, and his 2 children were living with my mother. My son died. Becky came over within 24 hours and beat up Alicia, my son's ex-wife.
Why?
I don't know why Becky beat Alicia up.
Okay.
And she did it in front of my grandchildren. They just lost their father.
Right.
And after that, things went downhill between us.
Not a tear in her eye.
This is what I go through.
Work harder.
This is what I go through with her.
Just ignore her. As you see, I'm ignoring her.
It's so hard.
Where's the
but
tear,
she
Lord?
turned around. Can you please make her stop?
That's enough, ma'am.
But after my son died, she turned around and she's kept everything. Alicia had to move out of the house and the grandchildren, and they didn't even get all their belongings. My grandchildren still do not have the belongings that their father bought them. And they deserve that.
Who has them?
Rebecca. I can't even have a keepsake from my son. She tries to act like my son loved her more than anybody, more than his family, and that is not true. My son had a big heart, and he loved a lot of people.
I have part of his life. I have
Facebook
drug
postings.
addict.
Let her speak now. Go ahead. What do you want to say, ma'am?
You're jealous, and that's all it is.
Ma'am, speak to me. What do you want to say?
Lori is a drug addict, an alcoholic. She never raised Ricky. My mother raised him since he was an infant. He didn't even call her mother. He called my mom, Mom. Does that tell you anything?
That is not true, Your Honor.
It is true, Lori. Wake
Ma'am,
up.
speak to me.
Wake up.
Ma'am, speak to me.
She's a selfish, greedy person. That's who she is. She's selfish and greedy. She's been jealous of me my whole entire life. And she says nasty things about me because she's jealous of me and who I am, because she is nobody. And she never will be. And she's trying to put me down, and I am tired of her trying to put me down and insult me.
What is she jealous of you about?
She always has been. She's jealous of my breasts. She's jealous of everything.
Of your what?
My breasts. Because I'm bigger than
breasts?
she is. Yeah, she's bigger. She's jealous of everything. She's jealous of everything about me. My hair, my eyes. I'm prettier than her. It's been that way my entire life. That's just, she's sick. She needs help. She's an alcoholic. Her mind is pickled. She needs to do another line and feel better. Because if you notice, Your Honor, she didn't have one tear in her eye. Work at it, Lori.
That doesn't mean, ma'am, stop that. That doesn't mean she's not grieving just because a person doesn't have a tear in their eye. You say do one more line. Are you saying that she's on coke?
Yeah, she's on cocaine, and she's an alcoholic, and she smokes marijuana every day.
Okay.
She even has her son purchase it for Now, does that tell you what kind of mother
enough.
she
I'm not
is?
going to let you defame the son. And
I'm not talking about that son, Your Honor.
Okay, there's another son?
There's 2 more sons, and ask her where her sons are at, her other 2.
You tell me if you have something to say.
One's
about
in
it.
jail because he's on heroin so bad, and he's in jail.
Because of you.
Not because of me. I didn't tell him to go.
You
I'm
have
not the
taken
one that
everything.
told him
You
to
will
have
not give my
90
children
Xanax
anything.
on them.
And
I'm
this
not
is not
telling
a
him the
court.
one that have stolen property. I'm not the one that did resisting arrest.
All right, ma'am. And did you go over jumping on somebody?
My nephew's ex came into my mother's house yelling at my mother, stating that everything is hers and calling my mom dirty names. My mom is 79 years old. When I got to my mother's house, my mother was very upset. And all I told Alicia was, you do not call my mother's names. You don't come in her house and call her names. And I said, and I try to say it very calmly to her. And I said, and by the way, and I said, by the way.
You say it calmly while you're swinging on.
She hit me first, Your Honor.
Don't call my mother names.
Whatever I got to do to protect my mother, you're right.
And
Whatever
you say
I got
it calmly. You might not swing calmly.
But Your
you
Honor,
say
she
it calmly
hit me first.
while you're swinging.
She hit me first, Your Honor.
Okay.
She hit me first.
All right.
Your Honor, I have a statement from Alicia stating what happened that
All right,
night.
we're not, that's not really what we're here for today, but let's see it.
And I
That's
said,
what you
by
do.
the
You say
way,
it calmly while you're swinging on.
she hit me first, Your Honor.
Don't call my mother names.
Whatever I got to do to protect my mother, you're right.
And
Whatever
you say
I got
it
to
calmly. You might
I
not
said it
swing calmly.
But Your
you
Honor,
say
she
it
hit
calmly
me first.
while you're swinging.
She hit me first, Your Honor.
Defendant Rebecca Prohl is being sued by her sister, who claims Rebecca left her rude and racist voicemails, which she has in court today.
You're suing for the emotional distress dealing with what exactly?
Dealing with Rebecca, and I have Facebook postings where she's saying I am not a mother.
And she's not, Your Honor. She
And
never
she's-
raised her
Why are you saying all this? Where did all this come
She's
from?
stating that I'm keeping everything. I raised my
Okay, that's
son
what this is
all
about.
through
The
school.
son's, your nephew's belongings. Is that what this is about? Huh?
It's the mean, hateful things she's putting on voicemail.
Let's hear it from you.
And why did
to
I
you.
put that on?
Hold on, ma'am. Let me hear.
Lori, I heard you're still going on about Ricky's belongings, his four-wheelers and so forth. Just to inform you, all that stuff has been sold, so it is no longer around, so you don't have to worry about it. The money was used to pay my mom's bills, since Ricky and the lover that you're hanging with has ran up her bills, and she had to have that money to pay her bills for supporting the lover's kid. Have a good day. So don't bother, okay? And if you
There's
want
one
to,
more.
I'm going to an attorney.
I managed to save one more.
I'm done with you.
Sent Wednesday, March 5th at 9:50 p.m.
You greedy What the is your problem? Why are you so worried about Ricky's belongings and his children? Why don't you quit using them children as your excuse because you're a greedy Leave me the out of it, Lori, because I'm tired of it. Because if you don't, you're going to have your consequences, and I'm going to make sure that they're held to you. Do you understand me? I don't want to see no more on Facebook, because if not, I'm going to be at your doorstep. Do you understand me? I'm tired of you. Stop your I don't bother you. Leave me the alone. You have a problem? Are you mentally
That's enough, man. I'm a good Christian. You've been hearing that. I'm trying to be a God-serving man. I've never heard that type of cursing. All these racial slurs. But you have a right to say all of that you want. Because it's freedom of speech. If that's what you want to make racial slurs, that's fine.
You know,
You're not the Sterling. He didn't have a right to say what he said. You know the difference? He ordered his employee to keep blacks from coming. That's discrimination. That's against the law. A boss can't tell an employee, don't let black people come. I don't want them there. People keep saying, well, he could say what he wants. That's a private conversation. No, it wasn't a private conversation. That was an order to his employee. Don't bring him around. I don't want him there. And she was his employee. So he acted on his racist attitudes. He ordered discrimination. That's different from this little name calling. Nobody care about this little name calling no more. Who cares?
I agree with you.
What do you mean you agree? You're too pitiful to you. I'm not going to even address that. What is your counterclaim? How does she cause you emotional distress? I am counseling her from the emotional stress that she's put me on. She's threatened to have my nephew's remains moved prior, about a month after that he... That's her son?
That's her son, which is my nephew.
Why would she want her son's remains?
Because supposedly excuse me, I'm talking. I have the Facebook page book right here where she paid.
But why? What was the purpose?
Because she supposedly don't want him by the evil, and this is our family plot.
I love you, baby, and think of you every day. Who was she speaking to?
I'm speaking to my son.
Oh, okay. That's her son.
I am having my son moved because...
What else has she done to you to cause you emotional distress, ma'am?
Because she's sitting there harassing me on Facebook.
Show me the proof.
She's sitting there before...
Show me the evidence.
Because she deleted the post.
Do you have any evidence, ma'am?
I got evidence that my emotional stress, yes.
That's what I'm asking. What is it, ma'am? What is this?
That is from my counselor that I have been going to counseling.
She don't have nothing to do with you going to counseling, I promise you. No. Don't you blame that on her. No. What else, ma'am?
And I have a statement from our mother.
What is this?
A statement from our mother.
Saying what?
Saying how much emotional stress that Lori has caused this family.
That's not what she's saying. She's talking about the property.
And Your Honor, I don't have no property and never did have property.
You haven't been able to prove your emotional distress, ma'am. She has. I'm going to grant you $2,000 for the outrageous and extreme treatment that you have received from the defendant. God bless you. And I'm going to pray for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm glad it's over with. I hope she has a good life. I hope she leaves me alone. And I'm going to have to have a restraining order against her for the rest of my entire life.
You are no longer welcome in this family. You're done for, Lori.
She knocked my other sister's 4 front teeth out. She's knocked the windshield of my car out. That is why I'm moving my son.
I didn't mean that statement that I said. I did not mean that. That was wrong for me to say, and it really was wrong for me to say. But she pushes my buttons.
Plaintiff Clifton Cole Jr. says after he rented his house to the defendant, she offered him oral sex in exchange for rent. Clifton claims he rejected her offer because he's been married for 51 years, and his wife is with him in court today. Clifton's suing the defendant for damaging his rental property. Defendant Ebony Zachary insists she did give Clifton sexual favors in exchange for a break on rent, and it happened when they met in the parking lot of Clifton's favorite strip club. Ebony insists Clifton's suing for more than she owes.
Start with you.
This is my wife, Betty. We've been married for 51 years, and I rent a house to a lady for 25 years. I never had no problem with her. I rented my property to Ebony, and she offered me oral sex for rent. When I went by there to collect the rent, there was so much marijuana smoke in the house. I had to back out of there and wait a couple of minutes before they would give me the rent. They damaged my house. They tore up the kitchen floor.
All right, that's what you're suing for, property damages. But let's back up because you jumped right into that. And you know, I've been married for 51 years, Your Honor, and this young lady here offered me sex for rent. Did y'all discuss sex for rent? Did you give him sex for rent?
Sex as in intercourse sex or?
I don't know. I'm not Bill Clinton. You're not either. The definition of sex. What are you talking about? Did you do anything sexual with him or not?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
No, sir.
You tell me what happened because you're the one jumped off on this.
Because that's what happened, sir.
I know, but out of all the things, you didn't even tell me what the agreement was.
This is my wife, Betty. We've been married for 51 years, And I rented a house to a lady for 25 years and never had no problem with her. I rented my property to Ebony, and she offered me oral sex for rent.
Defendant Ebony Zachary rented a house from the plaintiff, and she admits that on 4 occasions, she gave him sexual favors for a break on her rent. But the plaintiff insists nothing ever happened between them.
Why don't we do this? Let's start with when she began renting from you.
2011.
All right. And paid all her rent.
It was late a little bit, but
okay.
It was always made up.
Never offered you sex?
Nope.
Okay. What happened? You think that she just finally got the hots for you? Or? I'm saying, what?
She was behind in her rent. When she was behind, she always made up the rent within that month. Then she got behind by 2 months.
Okay.
And then she it was a text message. It wasn't face-to-face, it was a text message.
Said you want some sex for rent?
Yes, oral sex.
Let me see that.
The only thing, I had to erase it because I didn't want my wife to see it, but...
Why?
I don't want my wife to know that my wife is the one that introduced me to
I understand
let her
all
rent.
that. Why didn't you want your wife to see it?
Because it was offensive. Also, when I received the text, I was at the health club, and I showed my friends that the text, and they gave me witness statements saying that they seen it.
And this is the first time your wife knew, though?
No, she knew more than this before the court. I told her before.
Okay, when?
When we started this procedure.
Okay, because you knew you were going to come to court.
Yes.
So you knew it was going to come out.
Yes.
So you said it's time to tell her now. Prep her for this. I better prep her. Because this woman I'm suing for my rent, she's going to tell the truth. I mean, she's going to say that she gave me sex for rent. And so, just so I can prep you, let me just tell you, it didn't happen, but she gonna say it happened. And I should have told her, I know what you told her. You said, I should have told you then. Didn't you tell her that? I know you did. You said, I should have told you when it happened, but I didn't want to worry you. So you should have just left this alone. You know the judge no game when he said it.
Yeah,
You bring that to me. You should have left this alone. Now you're going to have a bunch of trouble when you get home tonight.
my wife knows me.
And so does she. She says she knows you. She says she knows you. I'm not saying I'm just saying what she says. I'll leave you alone, man. I'm having too much fun with this. So I'm going to leave you alone. Ma'am, you go ahead and tell me what you want me to know. To address his allegation that you offered him sex for a rent. What do you want to say?
I met up with him at Atlantis a couple of times in the parking lot to pay him his rent, and if I was short on rent, I would, we made arrangements to do things in the parking lot.
No.
In a sexual sense?
Yes. 4 times.
4 times?
Ebony, you know you're lying.
Why would I say that? I have 6 kids.
You don't.
I have income. I have a disabled child. So if I was that much behind of rent,
You could even cash the check that you were getting, and you were behind because you didn't have the money.
I always gave you something, and you always let me slide.
No, I didn't.
Because
I wanted the whole rent. I didn't want something.
Yo, I know you didn't want. You wanted something when I
wanted the rent. That was it.
Where'd y'all meet?
We met at
Remind
Atlantis.
me where you met.
We met at Atlantis to get your rent, though.
We met where?
Atlantis, the strip club. You know where your favorite spot is, right down the street from my house.
I never even went to Atlantis.
The first night we did it together, our agreement we had going on in the car, we went inside that night and I danced on you and gave you a lap dance.
You know you're lying, okay?
Okay, is anyone in trouble here? Why would I lie about me?
We never met no place but at that house and me getting rent. I never met you any place but the rent.
Why don't you tell me then, when she propositioned you?
There was never no sex, no physical contacts, no sex or nothing.
Let me ask you one more time. You alleged that she offered you sex in exchange for rent. My question is when?
Sir, it was sometime in May. I don't know the exact date, but it was sometime in
What
May.
year?
2014.
The one and only time?
Yes, sir.
Did you respond?
No.
You didn't say yes or no?
All I did was just show it to my friends, and then I erased it out of my
Why didn't you
phone.
respond to her?
I didn't want to respond to that, sir,
Why?
because I didn't want to. I wanted to rent. That's all I wanted.
I understand, but if someone offers you something and it's somewhat insulting, or it's something that would otherwise wipe away a debt, you say, no, I'm not wiping away my debt like that. No, you must pay me. No, why would you say something like that? No, who do you think I am? No, I've been married 51 years. Let's start with when she began renting from you.
2011.
Paid all the rent,
It was late a little bit, but
Okay.
it was always made up.
never offered you sex.
Nope.
Okay. What happened? Do you think that she just finally got the hots for you? Or?
Defendant Ebony Zachary rented a house from the plaintiff, and she admits that on 4 occasions she gave him sexual favors for a break on her rent. But the plaintiff insists nothing ever happened between them.
Damages. How does she owe you for property damages? Because you're not suing her for rent, so I guess that worked out. Sorry.
It's all squared up.
Y'all squared that away.
I got a case for rent.
Okay,
I
you did
sued her
have a pay for the rent.
And she owes me $3,200 plus the cost of court for the rent.
Man, but you see I'm playing, so that's why I'm not serious about it. I wouldn't be having fun with him if I really believed that or I thought it was serious. I don't believe her. Go ahead. I'm just having fun. Believe your husband. You've been with your husband 51 years. You believe him.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
All right, there you go. All right. So, and let's get back to the property damage then.
She tore up the kitchen. She had a big dog in there. And
When?
Well, the first time I found out about it was when I went to clean the mold up that she said was in the bathroom.
When?
In May, around the end of May. And me and my handyman went over there to look at the mold that she said was in the bathroom, and it was mold there. Him and I took a gallon of bleach and we cleaned all the mold up and painted it. And I said, you got to keep this washed up. I mean, that's why the mold is coming, because the water just sitting there and festering and causing mold.
What was causing the water to just sit there, though?
It was just from showers.
Should go down the drain.
Yeah, but there's also water that goes on the wall and it's still on the side of the tub there. You have to clean it. You have to clean the tub and the faucet and the knobs. All this got to be clean because water just sits on that.
So you saying the
and
woman never
sir.
cleaned her, huh?
No, sir. And I have pictures to show you that.
Let's see your pictures. Sir, please. What's this?
That's the way she left it.
She did this? The cracks along the side of the wall. What did she do?
She never cleaned up anything. She never
What's
cleaned
that have to do with the cracks surrounding the bathtub?
That was all.
A lot of nasty people, sir, and they don't have this.
That was all caulked and sealed and everything. And I don't know what happened.
She removed it. It was there and then it was gone?
No, I don't know what happened to it.
And what about the window here? She did that too?
Yes.
What did she do? Scrape the paint off?
I don't know. I
That's
don't know what
mold.
she did. That she was there for 3 years, and then when we went out there, after she moved, that's when I took the pictures of it.
You say this is mold?
That's mold.
All right. What other damage are you asking for?
Also, the bathroom floor.
What's wrong with the bathroom floor? What did she do?
I'm imagining that they was taking showers with the curtain on the outside of the tub and got water all on the floor and just sit there. And here's some pictures of the
How old were these towels, sir?
3 years old.
And what else, sir?
This is the bathroom door. I mean, this is the kitchen floor, and this is where the door was kicked in.
Okay. Ma'am, why don't you tell me about these things? What about the door? You saying the door was kicked in?
I was robbed twice. One time I wasn't there, and the second time my kid's father got beat up when we were there. And yes, I did call him and let him know that we were robbed. He told me that him and Bruce were going to come and bring boards for the door because the door doesn't even lock. The back door doesn't even lock anymore because the frame is knocked off, and you can see where the lock is. And he never came and put no board there. That's why I brought my dog and had my dog there.
Does look like it was kicked in.
The front door too was kicked in.
I asked her for a police report so I can get the door replaced. She never gave me a police report.
And I gave you.
She never told me the door was unlockable. They put a dog in there.
Sir, did you go and see it?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't tell it was unlockable? I can look at it and tell. You said you did present him with an incident report?
I gave him the partial report, and he's supposed to go and get it.
You never gave me a police report.
Right,
I asked you for it.
Now, please. Well, let me see your bill for the towel, sir. And ma'am, why don't you think you should pay him for the towel?
The kitchen tile? Mm-hmm. I agreed to pay from the kitchen tile because my dog was in there. Now, but I didn't fix it because you didn't come and fix my mold. You didn't come and fix the door. I had to put the dog there because how was I going to protect my kids? That's why I got the dog.
Sir, I got a text here where she said that everything that was damaged in the house that she would replace it, repair or replace it.
That's it.
You saved that one.
Yeah, right. You saved that text. You didn't erase that one, huh? Yeah, I'm sure she meant she would pay for everything she was responsible for.
Exactly.
She was a victim of a third party, sir. She wouldn't be responsible as a victim of a crime. Aren't you ordinarily responsible for repairs?
Yes, sir.
Defendant Ebony Zachary rented a house from the plaintiff, and she admits that on 4 occasions, she gave him sexual favors for a break on her rent. But the plaintiff insists nothing ever happened between them.
Sir, I'll give you $1,000 for your towel. Have a good day. Everything else I'm dismissing. The door was your responsibility after she was kicked. It was kicked in by a criminal. She gave you a copy of the police report. I'm not going to accept that she is responsible for the mold in a home. Have a good day. $1,000 for you, sir.
I never touched you, never said anything to you, and I don't know why you
didn't touch me. I touched you.
And you didn't touch me. The only touching we did was when you handed me my rent money. That was it.
Okay.
And I don't know why you started up here lying, but I hope that you really do something because I know what I did. And I know that you're lying. And you know that you're lying.
On national TV.
On national TV.
With 6 children.
With 6 children.
And all the family members that I have.
So
you think I would lie to them?
Yes,
about
you would.
me?
Yes, you would. And you know you're lying.
Plaintiffs Brianna Spite and her boyfriend Alan Frazier say after they posted on Facebook about their son being ill, Alan's sister, the defendant, inquired about his condition. When Brianna didn't respond to her in a timely manner, she claims the defendant started threatening her. And then she and the other 2 defendants came to their home, assaulted Brianna, and vandalized Alan's car. So they're suing. Defendants Elena Frazier, Shanice Lewis, and Marissa Jackson admit that Elena and Shanice, Alan's sisters, thought Brianna had a problem with them. So they went to the plaintiff's house to talk. Marissa insists the plaintiffs are the ones who instigated the fight, and they have the video to prove it. They're countersuing for defamation and distress.
State your name.
I'm Alan Frazier, and this is my girlfriend Brianna.
I'm Brianna Spike.
That's my sister Elena, my sister Shanice, our friend Marissa.
Is that y'all names?
Yes.
Right. So you saved me some time. Go ahead.
Okay. There you go. You hear me?
Take control.
Okay, Your Honor. All this mess started from a post on Facebook. Okay, my son was sick. Brianna, my girlfriend, posted a picture on Facebook saying that she hoped my son gets well. Elena commented on the status and was like, how my nephew doing? But Brianna didn't have any time to comment.
I couldn't respond in time because the doctors came in and my phone went dead. And then I guess she must have called Alan Frazier and was like, do your baby mama have a problem with me? And this is when she took everything to Facebook. Basically,
where do you know the defendant from?
That's my sister. That's my sister Elena. My other sister Shanice and her friend Marissa.
All right.
And this is my girlfriend Brianna.
Okay, she took all of. All right, she took all of this drama, or whatever, to Facebook, basically calling
saying if you have a problem with her.
Yeah, because I didn't tell her about what was wrong with my baby in time.
In time.
Yeah, so she at 12:15, she had was texting saying how she was going to pull up to my house and beat me up and do this and do that to me. And they go to paper if you want to see it, both of them.
She inquired about the status, like she was concerned.
Yeah.
Right. But then ultimately,
it said how she was going to pull up to my house. This is because I didn't respond.
Thing die. What is let thing?
She's saying that she's not going to let anything die with that she was mad that Brianna didn't answer her about the post on Facebook of my son being sick.
Yeah, because I can't understand a lot of the improper grammar that they use.
That's later on that night, like around 12, like around, my son was sick about, like around September.
I dare you, and I'll put hands on any that try to stop me. You better save her. Go ahead. And then what happened?
Okay, so
what did happen after the threat?
And then at 1:00 a.m. in the morning, she come knocking at my door, banging at my door, all three of them, all four of them, matter of fact, the other girl not even here. All four of them come knocking at my door. So yeah, I answered it. Then I walked outside. This is when she grabbed me by my hair.
Who is she? Which
Alina.
Mm-hmm.
She grabbed me by my hair, and this is when Alan tried to come in and break it up. And this is when all of them start jumping me, so I started falling down.
What did they say?
Wait.
What did they say when you walked up? Be quiet,
They didn't say anything. This is what I'm saying. They didn't say anything.
Why did you go outside?
Right. Because they was banging at my door. I live in an apartment. My neighbors would see that.
So they were banging, they wouldn't say anything while they were banging?
No, they were just banging, kicking the door.
So when you came outside, you had to say what y'all want. What did you go outside to do?
Yeah, he said, what do y'all want?
I'm saying you went outside. Went outside to do what?
No, I stood by the door. That's what I'm saying.
I thought, that's what I'm saying. You said I went outside.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
This is what I'm saying.
Pardon?
Yes, I stood by the door.
All right, and that's when he walked up.
Yeah, he walked out.
And then what happened?
And this is what she saw. So come on. This is what she said. But she ended up grabbing me out of my door and pulling my hair. And this is when he tried to come in and break it up.
Alina Frazier and Brianna started fighting. I goes in to break it up, then Shanice Lewis jumps in. They get to jump.
I did not jump.
Wait, they get to jump Brianna, so I get to try to break it up. Alina gets mad, and four of them get to rushing us. We fall back, because I have on video.
And I have a picture of them pulling all of my hair out.
This is the video. This is the video when.
This is the picture.
I have
my hair out.
And I have the
video.
I have the video. You will see, if you push play, you're going to see them walking down the steps.
You're going to see
That's
all
Alina
four of them.
first. That's Alina first. That's the friend. I don't know who her friend that was. Then here come Shanice. I think that's Marissa behind her. They walking up. They walking up. Then they jumping. They jumping. Then Alina's fall, and Shani and Alina's on top of me, and they back there jumping Brianna, and then we back there. Look, they back there jumping us right there.
Why are you laughing? What's wrong with you?
Because he
get out of here. Go. Bye. Contempt of court. You're up here jumping on this woman. I'm looking right at you. Get out. Now. Out.
Now, Your Honor. Okay, can I proceed?
Yeah.
Okay, then we goes to Brianna's mother's house. Because I didn't want my baby, my kids were scared at this moment. So I have right here around September 9th, the next day, I have September 9th when a neighbor inboxed Brianna and tell Brianna that them girls messing up your car, Alan.
The girl came over here and your car. My neighbor just came over.
I'm going through so much with my family. I have no time to get to my house this morning. I inboxed Shanice and Alina. I say, did y'all mess up my car? They say they lie. They send me the emoji like, we don't know nothing about it. And I know that I have camera surveillance over my on my house. So as I said, did y'all mess with my car? They deny it. So the next morning, that was Monday, I have video, I have pictures. These are the pictures of my car.
You see it? And what is your video going to show?
It's going to show
Shani King his car. It's going to show her taking his place off, bending them, throwing it, and it's going to show her bending his what's her name.
Shanice have a truck. I know my sister's truck is going to. You going to see the truck right there.
And there they
come
go,
back,
right there.
They damage my car. There's Shanice, Marissa Jackson, and Alina Frazier.
Nope.
As you're gonna see that Shani's gonna keep my car, Alina's gonna kick my
mirror.
Alina's gonna kick my gas tank. Marissa Jackson kicks my mirror off, and then you're gonna see Marissa Jackson going to snatch my windshield wiper off my car. That's Marissa Jackson. Marissa Jackson's gonna take my
plates off.
Gonna take my plates off my car, and you're gonna see Shanice key my car, and they kicking the back and probably slicing the tire back then. And then you're gonna see them leave. They're gonna turn off their lights so can nobody see their plates and drive off my parking lot.
Yeah. Did you file a police report on any of this?
I filed a police report, Your Honor. I made a police report, but I didn't want to put shorty because it was my sister.
Got it. Now let me hear you all's version.
Friday, I was with Eileen Frazier. Shanice wasn't with us at the time yet. We were sitting at Eileen's friend's house, and Eileen did say that she asked her about their son because he was in the hospital. Eileen said that Brianna responded to multiple people and decided to skip over Eileen's comment and didn't reply to her. That's when Eileen went on to ask her, well, is there a problem you have with me? Why aren't you responding to me? And I think they started to get into an argument, and Eileen told me, she said, you can pull up if you have a problem, something like that. Okay. So there were 4 of us. We went over to Alan's and Brianna's house. The 2 sisters, they knocked on the door.
What did you all go over there for?
We went over there just to ride with her because they stayed.
Why did she go over there?
To talk to them.
She said, we're going to go and talk.
Yeah.
And then you just stayed back.
Yeah.
You all didn't do anything.
No, we didn't do anything.
Never fought at all.
No, I didn't fight.
Never threw a punch.
I have a video. Of
never threw a punch.
I never threw a punch.
You
I'm
either.
behind the camera.
You either.
No, I was trying to break
I just saw 4 people throwing punches.
No,
yes,
I didn't throw a punch. We have the video. We have the real video. They have their video. We have a different video.
Doctor video.
Let's see the real video, as you call it.
That's good.
Tell me, I didn't see 4 people.
Those are their neighbors. That's me behind the camera.
That's their neighbors?
Those are their neighbors.
Right here?
Yes.
I don't want to see their neighbors. I want to see what I saw with you all, not the neighbors.
I'm trying to show you.
I don't see nothing but feet.
You just missed the part where they showed Brianna standing up.
No, I didn't. I saw you all jumping her.
I did not jump
and
her.
I'm looking at it.
No.
Your claim is dismissed and yours is granted. Have a good day.